was quite a unique diesel engine. His model was that of a Class 42 warship, but given a modification. A large hydraulic claw perched atop his roof. He used to be picked on by his appearance, causing him to become a menacing bully for a long time. But over the years, maturity and experience have taken its place in his mind. He's on good terms with a lot of steamies and diesels now. One morning, his manager greeted him in the scrapyards, along with his two co-worker diesels, Ari and Bert. "Diesel 10, I've contracted you to work on the mainland scrapyard for a few days. Their crane has broken down. You will leave the yards at once. It's quite a journey there. The name of the scrapyard is Mackenzie's." "On it, sir," Diesel 10 replied. "Can you two keep the yards in good shape while I'm gone?" he asked Ari and Bert. "Oh, don't worry, 10, we got it," said Ari. "Piece of cake," said Bert. "Off you go then, Column," said the manager, and Diesel 10 left the yards. He trundled down the main line. He was enjoying himself. "It's not often I get a nice long run like this," he said to himself. Each time he saw another engine, he tooted hello to them. As he crossed the mainland bridge into Vickerstown, he veered down a southwest branch line track where he was greeted by the towering gates of Mackenzie's scrapyard. "Whoa, it's enormous," he said to himself. The gates opened, and inside he saw big diesels shuffling around the yards. The yard was enormous. Rows and rows of tracks covered the grounds. Piles of scrap towered so high that it eclipsed the sunlight. A man with a clipboard stepped out of the main building. "Ah, you must be Column," said the man. "I'm Sean Mackenzie, the supervisor here. We've got quite a bit of work for you to do." "Happy to help, sir. You can just call me Diesel 10. Everyone does." "All right, Diesel 10 it is then. Over in the northwest corner, you'll find some trucks to be loaded. You'll be loading them with piles of water pump casings we have. When you're finished, shunt them to the front here." "Alrighty then," said Diesel 10, and he went on his way. He shuffled down a siding where he was met by another big diesel. He was a big Class 58, gray and yellow in color. "Hello, I'm Diesel 10, your mobile crane for a few days. What's your name?" The diesel eyed Diesel 10 with a shocked expression. They call me Bone, but the trucks are behind the warehouse further back. You'll find the pumps out front of the building." "Oh, okay, thank you." Diesel 10 felt a little uncomfortable. He couldn't understand why Bone kept staring at him. He found the sidings where the trucks were. The siding was lined with the rusted hulks of Class 08 shunter diesels. These were sights that Diesel 10 was familiar with, because even he knew diesels could be scrapped. Still, the grim sight shook him a little bit, but he carried on. He coupled up to the row of trucks and began slowly backing out of the siding when, "Hey, it's you. It's really you," said a wheezy voice. "Who said that?" "Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't remember your friends, Diesel 10. Diesel 10 looked in front of him, and behind a dilapidated shunter on the opposite track was a purple and gray diesel. It was one of his old cronies, Splatter. "Splatter," said Diesel 10, shocked. "Is it really you?" "The same, 10, Splatter replied. "What are you doing here?" asked Diesel 10. "Waiting for my time. I'm no longer seen as useful." "Where's Dodge?" asked Diesel 10. "Scrapped. Melted down 2 weeks ago," said Splatter with almost no emotion. "Oh, I'm so sorry," replied Diesel 10. "But how'd you wind up here?" Splatter then smirked slyly and snickered. "Oh, you would have been so proud of me. I caused a couple of steamers bad accidents and scrapped them. You should have seen the looks on their faces as they took their last seconds in. Oh, it was satisfying," said Splatter. Diesel 10 was shocked and disgusted Why would you do something so wicked? Because that's what we wanted, right? Back in the day, you, me, and my brother, telling off those steamers that they will be melted down. Oh, the feeling of being in control, getting to move the age of progress. Too bad the controller here didn't accept my good intentions, had me sent here with Dodge for punishment. And now, I'm no different than any other steamy who's obsolete. The fools they are. The age of diesels is here. You're a fool, Splatter, said Diesel 10. He was shocked and angry. We may have been menacing back in the day, but we never crossed that line. But I've done something. I've moved us along. The takeover of Diesels is now here. I thought you'd be proud. No, Splatter, I'm appalled. How could you do something so cruel? I did this for you, Splatter snapped. And you're disappointed. You've gone soft in your elder years. Now quit hating on me and help me get out of here. Diesel 10's face dropped into a frown. He looked down at his buffers, then looked back up at Splatter. Fruitless endeavors, Splatter. As far as I'm concerned, you're getting what's coming to you. I can't believe you did something so bad, so cruel. You're dead to me. And Diesel 10 began to roll away backwards. Splatter was now desperate. Hey! You can't just leave me here! Get me out of here! Don't let me die! Come on! Get me out of here! Don't turn your back onto me! Diesel 10! Diesel 10 left the siding, and his voice echoed. You're a cruel bastard, Splatter! You have no soul! As the noise of the scrapyard drowned out Splatter's desperate cries for help. Suddenly, Splatter felt a bump as the old rusty diesels in front of him were pulled away. Oh, I knew it. I knew you'd never leave an old friend behind, 10. As the diesels were pulled away from Splatter, a big blue Class 55 rolled towards him. Hey there, old-timer. Your time is finally coming to an end. Splatter said nothing. He shut his eyes as he was pulled out of the siding and shunted into the smelter shed by the big diesel. Diesel 10 had finished his day and backed down onto a siding next to Bone, the Class 58 he met before. You guys don't have any sheds? Asked Diesel 10. That would take up an unnecessary amount of space, or so says the manager. But we don't mind, really. We just cop a squat and turn in for the night, said Bone. Oh, alright, said Diesel 10. Hey, why were you staring at me before? I'm sorry, said Bone. It's just that you're a Class 42. We don't have many older diesels around here, and you're quite unique looking. You must be really useful with that claw of yours. With usefulness comes integrity, said Diesel 10. As far as I've known, I'm one of 3 warships left in the UK. The rest were scrapped, Bone said, cutting Diesel 10 off. We know. A shame. We could really use advice from chaps like yourself. Well, I got plenty of experience, replied Diesel 10. What do you want to know? The 2 diesels ventured off in conversation throughout the night. Diesel 10 explained to the young Bone what integrity meant, and they talked long into the evening with the stars twinkling above. As morning came, Bone set off early as the birds were just chirping. Diesel 10 was fast asleep when suddenly... Ah! said Diesel 10, surprised. Wakey, wakey, 10. We always start bright and early here. Oh, and deprive me of my beauty rest? Why don't you, young one? The 2 snickered and set off. We usually meet at the front of the yard so we could get our orders. Just pull up next to me. Diesel 10 did so, alongside 3 other modern diesels who flanked his right side, 7 more diesel who flanked Bone's left side. The 3 diesels, a Class 56, a Class 55, and a Class 52, all stared at Diesel 10 and sniffed, then glanced up at his claw. Oh, this, said Diesel 10, who raised his claw suddenly and snapped it towards the 3 diesels, causing them to quickly turn away and look down at their buffers. Diesel 10 lowered his claw and looked at Bone. Sometimes some theatrics let you get the message across, he said with a smile. Bone smiled too. Good morning, everyone, said the supervisor, Sean. Now, we got quite a bit of plans today. I need you guys to be on your best behavior as an inspector is coming to look at the line first thing this morning. On top of that, we got an all-new shipment of... Bone and Diesel 10 got to work together for the day. Diesel 10 would load up a long train, then Bone would pull it away towards the front of the yard. The big Class 55 came out of the smelter shed with 3 long flatbeds of parts. Hey, Tony, what do you got there? Said Bone, returning. I got some Class 08 shunter parts. Get your new friend over here to organize it. Hey, Diesel 10, come over here, shouted Bone. Oh, just a second, he replied, as he was loading a truck before he shuffled over to where Bone and Tony were. What's this here? Old diesel parts. Oh, excuse me, forgot to introduce myself. I'm Tony. I handle a lot of the smelting going on around here. Good to meet you. Now where's this going? Over towards the front, we got a big collection of engine blocks. You can't miss it. Side paneling can go into any light metal pile. Got it. Piece of cake. And Diesel 10 took the flatbeds away. Isn't he awesome, Tony? Said Bone. I'll say this much. For an old-timer, he really is a jack of all trades, replied Tony. Diesel 10 found where the engine blocks were. He began unloading the blocks into place where they sat in the sun. He then took the remainder of the light metal pile. As he picked up one of the panels, the ones underneath were dark gray and purple. And for a moment, he felt sad, but he also thought about his past. The panels were Splatter's remains. I goaded him into this. I only wish I was smarter back then. I'm sorry, Splatter. And he unloaded Splatter's remains into the rest of the scrap metal in the siding. At the end of the day, both Bone and Tony decided to park next to Diesel 10. The manager says our crane should be back to good working order by morning, said Bone. It's a shame. I was hoping you'd stick around a bit more, Diesel 10. Yeah, you're really an engine of experience, chimed Tony. Likewise, you too. But I'm needed back at home on Sawyer. So, Tony, how was yesterday's smelt? Oh, I must have melted down those shunters into about 30 tons worth of molten steel. There was one non-faceless lad, though. He was strange. Most of them beg and plead, but he just sort of accepted it and didn't say anything. Must have been off somewhere else in his mind, Tony snickered. I don't find it funny, said Diesel 10. Oh, come on now, 10, said Tony. We're the future. We're revolutionary. We're scrap, cut off Diesel 10. We're just as much scrap as the stuff we put away, so shake off that high and mighty feeling and get wise. Who knows what other diesels they'll roll out of the factories that are more powerful and better equipped than us right now. Sometimes I think I've only lasted this long because of my unique purpose, but then I learned it was through experience and integrity that I kept going. My advice to you is to keep up a good work ethic, take a little pride, but if you're scrapping an engine with sentience, don't laugh in their face. Try to give them some comfort before their end. Finished Diesel 10. The 3 diesels fell asleep, but when morning came, all the diesels came to the front of the yard to say goodbye to Diesel 10. Diesel 10 smiled and said goodbye, giving friendly toots of his horn as he disappeared out of Mackenzie's scrapyard. He crossed over the mainland bridge and was soon back on Sodor. On his way, though, he felt down thinking about Splatter. But he didn't let it bother him as he trundled on, because even he knew, because when there's crime, there's punishment. Splatter committed a horrific crime, and he was punished. And that was that.
Very intriguing, and very unfortunate for him.